Hello everyone, thank you for being here. So I just wanted to put a video on now. I will warn you, there'll be dark content talked about in this video, but the angels are guiding me to put it on. This is going to be covering the light and the darkness and what goes on within you, connected with things like the occult and with things that Doreen Virtue's talking about right now. And I really feel guided to put this on because I've just watched a video, a documentary where she's talking with about 4 other people about burning angel cards and about things not resonating with heaven and all of these things. And I know that you guys kind of look to me for these answers because I work with heaven every single day. And I've got Doreen Virtue's Archangel Michael deck out here because she literally said at the beginning of this video, I pray that everybody burns their angel cards. And this is probably one of the most stunning decks of angel cards that Doreen Virtue has ever created. And it's nothing but light to me. You know, there's nothing but love and light in these cards. And to say that, I just think, you know. So I've just put them here to just show you how amazing they are. And I know you guys are all, you know, up to date with these cards. And, you know, the card on the bottom of the deck straight away is Go Forward Fearlessly, which is really about what we need to be doing when, you know, things get questioned, when we get questions in our minds, or when these kind of things come up about, you know, what is religion, what is spirituality, what is all these things. And I'm going to answer it in a very, very simple way. There's light and dark within us all. If you say otherwise, you know, you're not facing things properly, or someone's trying to sell you something. And, you know, there's light and darkness within us all. It's up to ourselves what path we take. It's up to ourselves if we embrace the light or the darkness. And we've all got built within ourselves an inner guidance system. And that inner guidance system is like a warning light that goes off when we feel something doesn't resonate with us or doesn't feel right. It's your gut instinct. You just know, you get a feeling deep within you. So if you're listening to something and it just isn't resonating with you, it doesn't feel right, it feels off, that's your inner guidance system. That's what the Creator, whether you believe in God, the universe, whoever you believe in, that's what you've been given within your physical body that really makes alarm bells go off within you so that you can face the light. And that's the best way of describing it. And I just wanted to give you a little, you know, what happened to me. Okay, what happened to me, how I know that I follow the light. Because if you're doing everything from a place of love and light, then, you know, you don't have to question these things, if it's wrong, you know, if it's against God, all these things, because you know in yourself. You know in yourself if you're doing something right or you're doing something wrong. It's the way you feel. If you feel bad, if you feel guilty, if you feel about it, you know it's wrong and that's dark. If you feel good about something, if it makes you feel good, if you feel you're on the right path, if you feel you're helping people, you're doing the right thing, if you're filled with warmth and love and you feel better, you know, you're working in the light, you're doing things from a place of love and light. And, you know, I'll give you an example of what happened to me. A couple of years ago, I went to one of the I Can Do It seminars. And I go to these things often. They're with Hay House, you know, they're often in London. I usually go to the World Angel Summit and the I Can Do It, where motivational speakers come and, you know, they just give a half an hour or an hour speech about something. It's very inspirational. And, you know, this particular day, if anyone's getting any fear energy, I've just got some fear energy, by the way. Breathe, let it go, okay? I was at an I Can Do It seminar, and there was a lady speaking. Now, she was a pagan witch and she was a high priestess. And, you know, I've got nothing against anybody practicing whatever they believe in. We've all got free will. And I know that what you guys watch my channel, I know there's a lot of pagans who watch, witches, people who believe in angels. Everybody watches my channel because, you know, I'm not here to judge anybody, but you know what resonates with you. Something will work for you that won't work for someone else. And personally, I work with heaven. So I don't really touch on the pagan side of things. And there was this pagan witch speaking, and I got very dark energy from her. Now, that doesn't mean what she's doing is wrong. It just means it didn't resonate with me. The alarm bells that were inside me started ringing, and I was listening to her on stage, and I wasn't gelling with it. I wasn't resonating with it. And then she actually made everyone stand up, and she started calling on the corners and like doing a pagan ritual. Now, straight away, I knew that wasn't for me. I knew it wasn't what I was meant to be doing or where I was meant to be. So I made the conscious decision to walk out of that room and not be a part of that. And that was my alarm bells going off. Something within me knew that particular thing wasn't right for me. Now, there was, hundreds of us in that room. Anybody could have made that decision to walk out of the room. And when I walked out of the room, there was about 3 other people that were already outside. They had obviously made that decision not to participate in that. Perhaps there's some people who practice things that don't like to be around people who talk about angels. It's everybody's different, but you know what's right inside you. And the point that I'm trying to make is, if something doesn't feel right or doesn't resonate with you, then that's an inner guidance system that goes off. And this documentary that I've just watched with Doreen Virtue, and there was 3 other people in it, there was things that I didn't agree with, but things that I resonated with at the same time. So, you'll always get something from something. And, like they were talking about the Burning Man. Now, I've never even heard of the Burning Man. It reminds me of the Wicker Man. They burn this effigy of the Wicker Man. And there's like a pagan festival thing going on around it. It's a very old film, and then they remade it with Nicolas Cage. So when they were talking about the Burning Man, that's the first thing I thought of. But apparently it's this huge gathering of people, like 80,000 people that go to somewhere in America every year and do all crazy things for like a week. So, I didn't know anything about that. And again, this guy who was speaking, someone, I've got a lot of time for him. I really resonated with what he was saying. He was saying that he goes and observes these things, and there's certain things that he doesn't want to be a part of because the guidance system goes off. And he was obviously talking about it in a very religious Christian way. But the truth is, we've all got these warning bells that go off within ourselves. So if something isn't resonating with you, it's because it's built in you. So don't worry about using angel cards or doing what you're doing, because if it was really wrong to do it within you, you'd know. And I've had people emailing me saying, Doreen's been saying that Reiki's bad, and, that we shouldn't be doing this, we shouldn't be doing that, we shouldn't be using angel cards. If you're doing something and you get a real sense that it's wrong, that's coming from within you. That's coming from your connection with Source, whoever you believe in. And that's showing you that doing that thing isn't right for your soul or your journey, and it feels dark to you. And that's what it happened to me, that I can do it. It felt dark to me. It felt wrong. It didn't resonate, and I knew I had to leave that room. And it wasn't an easy thing for me to do because I was on the front row in the I Can Do It conference. So I just, I made that decision to go. And that was something for me. And I didn't care what anybody thought either, because I was being true to my heart. And if you're being true to your heart, you will always do what's right for you. And when I use angel cards, I don't get a bad feeling. I don't feel it's wrong. I get real guidance coming through. I don't believe that guidance is coming through from demons or fallen angels. And that's another thing that they were saying on this video, that, if you're connecting with angels, you're connecting with fallen angels. Well, I don't personally believe that I'm doing that. Everything I do is in the light. Everything I receive is from the light. And, how can you possibly be doing wrong if you're helping people? That's the thing I really want to get across, And this is why I don't really talk about aliens or starseeds, because it doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't resonate with me. It may resonate with you, and that's great because that's your journey, but it doesn't resonate with me. So what the whole point of this video is, like the occult and things like this. Like years ago, I dabbled in all that. I'm going back when I was a teenager. I'm nearly 43 now. When I was a teenager, I used to mess around with Ouija boards. I think we all did something dark at some point in our lives. And, I was interested in all that spooky stuff. But as I got older on my journey, I realised it wasn't right for me. And, for me, the worst thing to do is mess around with a Ouija board, because you don't know what kind of darkness you're bringing in. And the thing is, I personally don't believe that there is, ghosts out there that can hurt you or anything like that. And that's for another video. I might do a stream on this, actually, if there's enough interest about the occult and things like this. But, at the end of the day, I know it's not for me to mess around with Ouija boards. But I've also had experiences through my life path where, I've encountered, the experience of Satan. So I know that Satan is very real. So there's a lot in you, and you experience all this on your journey. And I'm not saying this to scare anybody, The point of this video is, you will know if something's right for you or wrong for you, if something works for you or it doesn't, if something's in the light or in the dark, by the way you feel inside. It's like an alarm bell that starts going off, and it'll feel wrong to you. You won't want to do it. You won't want to be around a certain thing, or it'll just feel off. And you have to follow your heart at that point. You have to follow your gut instinct and go with it. Don't just do it because somebody else is doing it, because fear energy then comes in, Follow your heart, be true to who you are. And, when I'm using these beautiful Doreen Virtue Archangel Michael cards, I get nothing but love. Nothing but love, This is your life purpose. It's your life purpose to follow your inner feelings, your gut instinct, what works for you. Tune into that feeling within you. And it says positive thoughts create positive results, and they absolutely do. So, really have a think today about that. Don't get afraid if you hear people bashing the new age, bashing, what you're doing, that you shouldn't be doing a certain thing. Because trust me, if you're doing something from a place of love and light, when you're doing something you're not meant to be doing, you'll know about it. It'll be a feeling that comes over you, and it'll make you feel just like dark to your core, and you have to get out of that environment. And, in my opinion, working with angels, everything's beautiful and lovely. And, this is all great. If somebody, gave me something and I didn't resonate with it, then I get rid of it. And this has been happening with objects. Somebody gave me a necklace not long ago, and this is the absolute truth. I actually put it on Twitter. Someone bought me a beautiful necklace, and I put it on, and I felt like I was being choked when I got the necklace on. And then I pretty much went to undo it, and the whole thing just disintegrated on the floor. It fell into pieces. It like someone had yanked it off my neck, and it was in pieces on the floor, and I got such bad energy off it. I had to get it out of the house. And, I gave it back to the lady who gave it me. I explained what happened, and, I just got real bad mojo off it. So, if you get bad mojo from something, whatever it is, if it's someone says to you, an object, a feeling, somewhere you are, that's your inner guidance system going off, telling you something is dark, it's not right, it isn't for you. So follow that always, and you will always be steered in the right direction. If you guys want me to go into any of this in more detail, I can do a stream on it. I've experienced a lot of things through my journey that you may find interesting about the dark side, but it is very dark, and I don't talk about it often, but we know that with light there's darkness and it creates fear in people. when I talk about these things, but it's the truth. But don't listen to anyone who's telling you you shouldn't be doing a certain thing, because it's how you feel about it that matters. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.